You ever looked at your life and thought, I should be happy, I should be grateful, I should feel like myself, but somehow you just don't. You're tired, really irritable, kind of emotional, really disconnected, feeling off, and maybe not even recognizing yourself anymore. If that's you, here's the thing. I don't think you're completely falling apart, and I don't think that your body is the problem. My name is Leslie Urbas. I'm a registered dietitian, a personal trainer, and a nervous system expert. And here's the thing. I know exactly how you feel. I used to feel the exact same way. I would see a friend that has this amazing career and be like, wow, she can just buy anything she wants whenever she wants. That's what I need. I need her money in the career that I love. And then I would see a friend that just seemed totally peaceful and she had all the calmness with her kids, their family, with her husband, with all these things. And I was like, I need her peace. So I'm gonna have to figure out what she's doing. What tools does she have? Is it books? Is it meditations? What is she doing? And then I would look at the friend that could like eat whatever she wanted and never gain a pound and always look skinny, always drew attention to herself. That you knew that when people looked at her, they were like, she is beautiful. And then I would look at the friend who just seemed confident that, like, no matter what, like, this was my late sister, no matter what, she had confidence. And it was like, how do you have this? I need to have what you have. And so, I would look at each and every one of them like, I'm going to need that from her. And I would build this overwhelming list of like, okay, so I've got to have the career and I have to have the peace and I have to read the books and I have to look like that and I have to eat like that and I have to have the confidence like that. And I would need to put all of these things together to be me. And then when I would mess up, I'd be like, you didn't get that job or you didn't get that thing or like she's still making more money from you. Look at what she's able to buy. And then I would look at her and be like, wow, she's still skinnier than you. Like no matter what you're doing, you're not actually reaching it. Like you need to count more, you need to plan more, you need to whatever. And like my brain would be like, okay, this is what I want. I want what that person has. And I would try to go get it. But then in the middle of trying to go to get it, I would get myself stumped and stuck because I would feel this shame, this guilt, this like I'm not good enough. I don't have it. I need to have it. I need to have what she has. I need to get what she has. I've got to learn what she needs. And I would bring this like overwhelmingly over the top like cloud on top of me of like, I can't do it, right? Like I'm trying to get the career and the body and the parenting and the marriage and the peace and the calm and the confidence. I'm trying to do it all at once. And it's like I've got little tidbit pieces all these places and more, I don't feel like myself. And more, I feel like everybody else has it all together. And I'm comparing and I'm competing. I'm not feeling good enough. And I'm shaming myself. Like, you should know better. You should do better. I can't believe you did that. What's really going on? It's it's this doom cloud that you just like sit in. And I call it a cloud because you can't see anything but like what's in the cloud. You know, it's like fog where you can only see so far. And then you can only see a little bit further every time you move in the car, right? Like you can only see so far, but it only goes so far. Even though you're moving, it's still the same amount. So there's never a way out. It's like holding your fingers in the sun and you know there's sun, but you can't get to the sun. You're still trapped in the cloud. It's like I can feel it. I can see it's there. I kind of know, but I can't figure my way out. And you're turning around and you're circling and you're so confused because you're trapped in this cloud. I'm trapped in the cloud. I'm trapped in the cloud because I want this thing and I want that thing. And then I hear I'm supposed to be grateful for it. Like, like my life is pretty good. It's all together. I shouldn't feel guilty, right? Like I get to travel. I get to enjoy life. I get to do these things. Like other people have it worse than me. Okay. And then you give yourself guilt over wanting to make it better, over trying to get out of it, over trying to heal what's happening on the inside. And then more and more you spiral into like, and I'm really exhausted and now I'm really irritable because I've been really using my brain over here. And then when a kid's like, Mom, you're like, what? When your husband's like, did you notice what? Okay. And then you're like, wow, I'm really emotional. And then you start crying because you don't mean to respond this way. And then you feel really disconnected because you're like, well, I don't really want to talk to people because I'm afraid if I start talking to people, what's going to really happen? And then you feel off because you're kind of disconnected from the world, right? And then you just look in the mirror and you're like, who is this person? Like, what is up with her? I mean, yeah, I dyed my hair pink, but like, where did she go? Who is she? What's going on with her? Like, I don't like, are we still on the same page? Is she in like a different book than I am? How do I get back to her? What happened? What's really going on here? Have you ever felt like this? Well, here's what really came through for me when this all started going down. I started to recognize the cloud of like, I'm trying to get out of where I'm at, but I can't see where I'm going because every time I think I have a clear destiny, I try to change the route, right? I've got the career, I've got the parenting, I've got the peacefulness, I've got the calmness, I've got the confidence, I've got the body. And it's like I take a step forward, something comes in, it's like, no, I should have directed it here. And then something comes in here, I should have directed here. And so I started to notice that everything was overwhelming. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do. I was directing all my attention to things like this, YouTube videos, Instagram, all the things like, okay, well, she seems like she's got what I want. What does she say in this video? Now I need to do that. But what I would see when I would do that is that I would give myself more shame. Like, well, you should have known. Like, that's really simple, Leslie. You should have already been doing that. Look at her. She's so much better than you. She's so much more advanced. And then that shame and that judgment would move my goal down, right? I'd keep going backwards because I'd be like, okay, I'm going to take a step in the right direction. And as I was trying to use all the free resources, because that's how we're like, right? Let's use all the free resources out there possibly to get it. I'm going to use the free resource to get a little closer, but then I would learn this and then I would use the thing I learned against myself of why I didn't have it because I should have been smarter. I should have already done that. I should have known that. I should have already been there. And so then that shame and that judgment would keep me from even attempting to make it. So I started to notice that like I'm even more exhausted because I'm trying, but then as I'm trying, I'm shaming and I'm judging myself. And I was getting information, but I wasn't feeling any better. And I was seeing what I wanted, but I had no way to get there. And what wound up happening is that I really didn't need any more information. I didn't have to go read a bunch of books. I didn't have to go do exactly what they were doing, learn her diet, track more calories, do any of those things. I didn't need that. What I needed was to come back to myself, to get back into my body, to understand what my body was saying to me. Because I said in the beginning of this, I don't think you're falling apart, and I don't think your body is the problem. But we make it the problem because then we're exhausted. We have the anxiousness, we're fearful, all those things. So it's like, oh, I'm having all these symptoms. I need to go get them fixed. But the symptoms really came from you're trying to find a solution to solve this problem in the beginning. So what I really needed was to come back to myself. I needed to start really simple. And right now, do it with me. I want you just to feel your feet on the ground. Okay. If you're seated, feel your butt in the chair, feel your butt on the couch. If you're laying down, feel your whole body on the bed or the couch. Just really feel that. And I start here with the connection because this can be really grounding and safe. I am held by the ground. I am held by the floor. I am safe right here. And as I can feel that, and just my feet on the ground, just my back in the chair, as I bring that in, what I've done is I've removed the tigers around me in the room. Okay. Why? Because I can't focus on my feet on the ground and my back against the chair or whatever it is if there's a legit tiger in my room. But all of those things in the beginning of this video I was sharing, I want her career, I want her body, those were all tigers. I've got to get that. And then when I wouldn't have it and I would see that they have it, I would get triggered. I'd bring in my judgment. I'd bring in my shame. I would get overwhelmed. I would try to push through the exhaustion. I would try to do all these things. I would completely ignore myself. But when I could come back to just my feet on the ground, I could remove the tiger and then be able to look to where I want to go. So the mistake that we make a lot is that when we feel off in this, we immediately go to like, okay, What is something I can do for myself? Do I need a supplement? Do I need a diet? Do I need a hormone? Do I need a plan? Do I need a doctor? Do I need an expert? Give me the answer. And then we try to go and we Google it and we try to get these things. But when we do that, we wind up making the cloud thicker because we don't know, because we're hearing from, Sarah that we need to do it this way, and from Jennifer, we need to do it this way, from Tiffany, we need to do it this way, and the doctor, we need to do it this way. And then we go into all these different things. And so we just try it and we maybe give it a teeny bit of a try. And when we don't see 100% results, we try the next thing. And then we try the next thing. And then we try the next thing. And this is where it becomes that we tried a whole bunch of things for a few days. We've gotten nowhere, but we feel like we've been trying for months on end. Okay. And then we feel like, oh, it's okay that I've spent all this money on these things. But then we wound up with all these supplements and we're not even done taking them because we're trying to fix these little tiny problems. Because we're hoping that this one magical pill is still going to save us. But what if the body isn't against you? What if it's really communicating? What if me thinking all of those things was really my body communicating to me, hey, something is off here. Something needs to shift here. What if, when I'm looking at my friend and her career, what my body's trying to communicate to me is that I'm worthy because I am, that I don't need to have the money in the career, that I can allow myself to be worthy as I am right now? What if, when I'm thinking I need to lose the weight, it's really my body saying, hey, we could eat a little healthier because I need something different? What if, when I'm super exhausted, my body isn't saying, go try to figure out another tool to give yourself more energy? It's saying, how about we utilize sleep and time a little bit better? Before, I used to interpret fatigue, burnout, anxiety, cravings, overwhelm as signs I am bad, I am wrong, I'm doing it wrong, I have to change me, I have to go be something else, I have to shift that. And I would look at all these things and like, oh my gosh, I've got to get this together. I am failing. But now I can see when all these things come up, it's more of me. It's like, what is happening on the inside of me? What is my body really saying? What's coming up? Why am I fatigued? Why am I anxious? What is happening? Where do I feel it in my body? Before I wouldn't even be able to feel my body. I couldn't tell you where anxiety sits, where overwhelm sits, what's happening, because I couldn't even feel my feet on the ground. So if I come from, I feel my feet on the ground, where's the anxiety? I feel my feet on the ground, where is the overwhelm? I feel my feet on the ground, what can I do better here? That's helpful. So here's just 3 ideas to help you with this. Number one, stop trying to fix yourself. Okay? Stop thinking that if you have her job and her parenting and her life and all these things, that it's going to make it better. Okay? That's going to release some of that cloud and allow you to see a little further. I don't have to be like anybody but me. Okay? I don't need to be like anybody but me. The second thing is listen to your body before trying to solve. We cannot solve from fear. Literally, in The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy, something I read every single day is that if you are fearful and worried, you are not really thinking. True thinking is free from fear. So I can't hear a solution unless I quiet the mind and still the body. Tell the body to relax. It has to obey you. It has no volition, initiative, or self-consciousness, intelligence. Your body is an emotional disk which records your beliefs and impressions. Mobilize your attention. Focus your thought on the solution to your problem. Focus on the solution. So before solving, before I can even come to the solution, I have to end the fear. I have to get the tigers away. How do I get the tigers away? Through my feet on the ground, through feeling connected to my body. I can't solve the tigers if I'm not here because they're not real tigers, right? If it was a real tiger, like you would just have to figure that one out. Okay. But what I'm talking about is all the other things that are coming up, right? And then when you do that and you get quiet and you relax the body, you can focus on your solution. I want to feel like myself again. And in this moment, you ask, here's your third thing, what is my body trying to tell me? Sometimes your body can say, we're overwhelmed. Sometimes your body's going to say, you don't know anything about me. Sometimes your body's going to say, I need you to hear me. Sometimes your body's going to say, I need you to feel calm. Your body can give you so many things that it's telling you. But sometimes it's hard to hear, especially when we're not conditioned to do so. So if you're really tired of fighting yourself, if you're really tired of not feeling like yourself anymore, if you're ready to reconnect with your body and rebuild trust, I want to introduce you to my Radiate and Reclaim program. And what this is all about is learning how you can radiate and reclaim your life through reconnecting, uncovering what's happening, through body reconnection, hearing what your body has to say. If you're a woman who's struggling with this cloud of trying to figure it out, and you're Googling and you're YouTubing and you're watching all these, Instagram things, and you're like, oh, I should do that. Oh my God, now I feel bad because I didn't even remember to do that. Oh, I said I was going to do that. I'm trying all these things, but it's too much. The overwhelm is pushing out even a small shift. Then this program is for you. It's able for you to be able to reconnect, to understand what is it you really want, and how is your body and you going to team up together to form a solution without fear, worry, doubt. I created it for women who feel like they are no longer themselves to come back, reconnect, reclaim, and radiate in their own life. If this interests you at all, please feel free to book a free call below. Always remembering my go-to line. My body and I are on the same team. Repeat it with me. My body and I are on the same team. My body and I are on the same team. And when you can remember that, your body will be able to talk to you in so many more ways. I look forward to seeing you on your free call. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Bye for now.